Well, all right, this song, first song I'm going to do is called Daredevil, and I released this in March, so you can find this on all platforms. Ring up fire, yeah, don't scare me none. Ask me to walk on a wire, I'll tell you, baby, I'd rather run. Warning signs, danger, stop and caution. They don't mean nothing to me. I just dive right in, 'cause I'm a daredevil. I throw caution to the wind for fun. Yes, I'm a daredevil. I do it in front of everyone. And I've always survived every fire. So don't have that was wrong, you know. I'm the baddest bitch, you know. Russian roulette, gentlemen, place your bets. Don't ask me to fold, babe. You know I always keep an ace in the hole. People are petty cash in the case that I might crash. But I know I'll be alright. I'll just get back up and dust off the bike. 'Cause I'm a daredevil. I throw caution to the wind for fun. Yes, I'm a daredevil. I do it in front of everyone. And I've always survived through every fight. Some sort of night that was wrong, you know. I'm the baddest bitch, you know. People say that my actions, they are strangers. Yo, I should know better, but I just love the danger. Daredevil, I throw caution to the wind for fun. Yes, I'm a daredevil. I do it in front of everyone. And I've always survived through every fight. Some sort of night that was strong, you know. I'm the baddest bitch, you know. All right, that song was called Daredevil. You can find that on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. This next song is, I'll have a quick sip of water. This next song is called Back in the Box, and this is a song I used to do with my band Rachael Rage and the Magic City Madmen. So here we go. I watched through my window, but you never came. The trees swayed like dancers in the pouring rain. My eyes dried them rewear. My love is not a game, but you stole all the pieces, and now I can't play. Put you back in the box. I keep way deep inside the book. I don't use, I forget all the talks you had and cigarettes, late nights, drenching blues. I forget all the pain you made in your mistake when you ripped yourself away. And I let go of you, close it tight, seal it up, and hide it all away. My friends tried to tell me I'm better off this way. You had me in your hands. day, and you take me out to show off just what you were made. I put you back in the box. I keep way deep inside the drawer that I don't use. I forget all the talks we had and cigarettes, late nights drenched in booze. I put away all the pain you made in your mistake when you ripped yourself away. And I let go of you, close it tight, seal it up, and hide it all away. Give all my time to you. You had no time for me, yeah. But you can't give up. You expect to get up. Put you back in the box, keep way deep inside the drawer. And I don't use, I put away all the talks we had, and cigarettes and late nights drinking booze. I put away all the pain you made in your mistake when you ripped yourself away. And I let go of you, close it tight, seal it up, and hide it all away. Yeah. All right. That song was called Back in the Box. I haven't played that in a really long time, so it was really fun. All right, this last song that I have is it's a newer one, and it's called Fool's Gold. I actually have a video up on YouTube, but I'm using a new looper today, so this is like new for me. So fingers crossed it all goes well. All right. I'm gonna do one more thing. All right, here we go. Here's Fool's Gold. Yeah, I used to love to peel off all the plates. As we corrode in time, I'll keep burning down through mine and keep each piece just like it was a fate. As I see the truth, all the things I hold so true to all their values in the end. Still I keep holding them with me. I won't let anybody see. There's no real value to it. Who's gone? Never know. Who's gone? Oh, yeah, you never know. All right. That was Fool's Gold.
Thank you so much, Rachel. That was incredible.
Thank you.
Like I say, every time I hear everybody perform, right after the set, I'm just sitting over here like clapping my hands as much as I can. I feel like there should be an audience applauding. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. That was a beautiful set for us, and I deeply appreciate it. I love the work you're doing on the looping and everything. I know that's a lot. That's a lot to do, and you killed it, and you killed it live. So thank you.
Thank you.
So I want to ask you some questions, which this is weird because I know everybody that I worked with in Miami, I've just been calling on trying to get to perform with us because I really had such a great time working down there. And I got to know you, and you are a dear friend of mine. So this kind of setup is a little bit strange for us when usually our setup would be sitting around a bar, chatting, and then going to your house and jamming out for hours. You know what I mean? It was a good time. So
Yeah.
I want to have a little bit of a conversation, though, because I think you're a fascinating musician, and you have a really interesting story. And I want to ask, first off, how are you handling this the whole pandemic, the quarantine, this last, I would say, 6 months? How has it been for you?
Yeah, it's been a challenge for sure. I mean, I'm fortunate that I've got this studio to spend a lot of time in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I lost a lot of gigs. I've lost all my gigs actually. I lost my job for the most part. So
Yeah, a lot of venues closing, a lot of places, especially in where you are, where you were playing. I know in Miami and South Florida, that South Florida being hit particularly hard. But I know that something that I think is really awesome, something you've done, something I think a lot of us are trying to do, is create a whole new outlet and a different way. We all have the urge to kind of get up there, get on stage, and when our stages are closed, we will find where there's a will, there's a way. And I want you to tell us a little bit about brunch, something I've actually been involved in, and I'm really excited to have you here because I want to hear you talk about brunch. Just tell us a little bit about it.
yeah, so brunch started. Me and my boyfriend Mace Morris. We started just doing a live stream every Saturday from our patio, like our outside. And it was not, we didn't even have Wi-Fi at the time, so it was like poorly streamed. Sometimes it would be a little, sketchy, but
Yeah.
we would have, family and friends tune in, and it was just really special to be able to see who's watching and to know that, like, even though we're not able to perform live, my dad, who lives, far from me in Orlando, and my sister, who lives even farther, they're able to tune in. So we do it every Saturday at 2 p.m. Now we've upgraded it. We've gotten Wi-Fi, and we run our sound direct through rather than through the microphone. So we're doing
Nice.
some really fun stuff. Like, I'm probably going to incorporate the looping, and Mace has got some really awesome stuff. I'm pointing over there because that's his corner
station,
over
yeah.
there. You can't see it. It's off but
Yeah.
it's over there.
So I
So,
saw
yeah.
this past Saturday you had a beautiful backdrop. You were on sitting on a balcony, or you're sitting at a balcony in Miami. You know, that area is just really pretty. You can't not have a great backdrop whenever you do
Oh,
something
yeah.
outdoors.
Yeah,
And
I did an away game that day. That was my away
oh
brunch.
yeah, where are you from originally? Like, I know you're living in South Florida, but you're not from South Florida.
No, I'm from Maine. I was born in Dover, New Hampshire, and then I was raised in Maine. So I've been in Florida just about 8, going on 9 years, I guess. I hope I did the math right.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
I
Yeah,
don't think.
I mean, that's quite a change. I guess you went looking for a change, and because you definitely found one in South Florida. Where did you get your start when it comes to music? Because I knew we worked together in South Beach at the Cabaret. And I'm curious, I know that that was the rumor. Is that where you had gotten your start performing live? Is that true?
Yes. Well, yes and no. In Miami, yes. In Maine, I had a band, and I had done like open mics and stuff, but I never performed professionally. The Cabaret was my first gig, basically, and it was a singing bartender job. And then it turned into me playing the piano, and that's how, of course, we met,
Yeah.
was through that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I had the
yeah,
pleasure.
so
I had the pleasure of getting to be a singing server for a little while, which was, like I say, it's always unique. It's an interesting experience. If you're ever a server and you're ever a singer and you want to give something like that a shot, more power to you.
yeah, it's fun. It's
It is.
stressful, but
It is. It's a lot. It's just a lot of work, and it's a lot of fun though. My God, I mean, the end of those nights, we would have had, so many drinks afterwards and so many long conversations. It would have been it's just such a good time. So that's where you got your start. I know you worked with you mentioned Magic City Madmen, right? It was Rachael
yeah.
Rage and the Magic City Madmen. You had other bands. Did you guys have other names?
So that was my rockabilly band.
Okay.
I had a band in Maine, and we were called the Dirty Rogers. I think the guys still play together
I
every
love
now and
that.
then. But yeah, that was my first band, and but yeah, Rachael Rage and the Magic City Madmen was my first band in Miami. We did rockabilly music. We played at Busker Fest. We played
Oh
at
yeah, Busker Fest.
yeah.
That's a fun gig. And Busker Fest, if you don't know, in South Beach or in Miami, it's basically different corners of the street. They open up for musicians to come and perform, and you just kind of get to walk around downtown, and you get to just listen to music coming from different areas of downtown. I loved it. I had a really good time at Busker Fest.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I do have to ask you one other thing. I want to find out if you could collaborate with any artist in history, who would it be, and tell us why.
Ay, ay, ay. That's such a tough one, even though I knew I was prepped.
I know. Yeah, you know you're gonna get it. It's just it's got to be one of my favorite questions to ask anybody. Period.
I feel like, it just
Any
depends,
artist.
but, definitely like Janice and Freddie Mercury are my top
Oof.
two, like my rock and roll family. If I could
Yeah.
choose, that would be mom and dad.
Yeah, yeah.
An awkward couple, but, they would.
No, I can see that working. Okay, so another thing, Rachel, can you tell everybody where they can reach you if they want to find out more about brunch or your music?
So you can find me on Rachael Rage, RachaelRage. I'm sure it's probably spelled out here too, but I do have that extra A that always throws people off. So you can go to rachaelrage.com, and that'll have all my links up there. Also look me up, Facebook, Instagram, all that. I'm on there. Just make sure you get that Rachael in there, and yeah, you'll find me.
Perfect. Okay, Rachel, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. You killed it tonight. You did a great job. And I hope you have a good night, and go get some rest and relaxation. I know you got a busy show coming up on Saturday.
I do. Yes, we got brunch. Thank you so much, Kyle.
No problem, Rachel. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.